One time, I took some Pomu leaf, and it was way too much. And instead of just throwing up and getting it over with, I couldn't throw up. I put my finger down my throat, and I couldn't throw up. I don't know why. I have such a good gag reflex. I'm a virgin, and I have such a good gag reflex. Like, what the fuck? And like, I just couldn't throw up. So what happened was, I was going in and out of conscious like 5 times. It was terrible. I literally thought I was gonna die. And I remember my friend who was there, she was crying because she did not know what to do. She was just like, talk to me, keep talking to me. And I was like, no, I can't. I don't feel well. And she was like, how can you still be so funny when you're in so much pain? And I'm like, you did this to me. I never wanted to take Pomu leaf. I just wanted to have fun and be friends with people, but this is what you did. And I went, like, I blacked out. And then I came back again. I was like, how many hours have passed? And then she's like, 2 minutes? And then I was like, that felt like 5 hours. And then I passed out and I would come back. But even when I passed out, my conscience was still there. Like, I was talking to myself in my conscience, okay? I'd be like, bro, are you dead? Bro, are you still alive? And I'll be like, I don't know. Like, if I'm still alive, then how can I talk to myself? And then I like, you know, the best way to describe it is I felt like I was drowning, and then I would like pop my head up occasionally, and then I go back down, and then I pop my head. It was terrible because I couldn't throw up. I couldn't get it out of me, you know, quickly. I mean, I had to like chug a shit ton of water just to like have substance in my body to help get it out. And you know what the worst part was? The worst part was my friend, who was like there the whole time. She was like, don't worry, you actually can't die from this. When I remember right after she said that, I fucking blacked out. And I thought, fuck, I can't even die. Then I'm just in a limbo of suffering. Like, can you let me? I literally was ready to I was literally like accepting that I wanted to leave. I was like, this is terrible. And I don't want to be like I don't want to be in the state anymore. I was like, she fucking told me. She was just like, either way, don't worry, you're not gonna die. You literally cannot die from this. And I blacked out. I'm like, fuck. Like, fuck you, bitch. Let me die. And then, like, I came back to conscious and just like, ugh. I'm like, can I throw up now? How long has it been? And she's like, 3 minutes? And I'm like, okay. And then I was like, what can I do to end this? And she's like, you're just gonna have to wait it out until you like throw up. And I'm like, can you put your finger down my throat? And she's like, okay. And she did it, and I couldn't throw up. I couldn't fucking throw up. I chugged so much water. I think I chugged like half a liter of water so that I could like throw up. It was horrible. After I threw up, it was instant relief. It was terrible. It was instant relief, man. And I never did it again. And also, I just want you guys to know it was not me. My friend gave me this, and the amount was too much. And she didn't even know. Like, she fucking didn't even know. Did you eat beforehand? I did. Yeah, I did eat. Was that your... Yeah, it was my first. It was terrible. My friend was so apologetic after that. I remember, like, I did not want... Like, I was like, oh, no, thank you. Like, you know, I get high off of life, please. And she's just like, no, take it! It'll be fun! And I was like, okay. And I took it, and it was terrible. The thing is that after I took it, it took like at least 2 hours until I felt the effects. I was fine. I was fine for the first hour, and then the second hour I was fine. And then I remember getting super duper sleepy. I was so sleepy. It just felt like I had a long day at work. And then I just went to bed. Like, oh, not went to bed, but like I just slept on the sofa. And then I woke up, and I just knew something was wrong because my time perception was fucked. I remember waking up, and I knew that I only slept for 2 hours because I looked at the time before I slept, and then I looked at it again when I woke up. But it felt like I slept for 7 hours. That's what it felt like. I remember looking at the time, I was like, only 2 hours passed, but it felt like I had like a whole night's worth of sleep. So I went to the kitchen, and I got some water, and I drank that shit down so fast. I was so thirsty. I drank it, and I remember standing in the kitchen, looking at the door, and it felt like somebody was pulling my cheeks horizontally. And then it was kind of like, you know, like elastic. Like they'd pull it and then it would kind of like retract. And then they'd pull me vertically and then it would retract. And then it just kept doing that. And not gonna lie, I was like, That's funny. Okay, and at that point, I still didn't realize. I was just like, oh, this is fun. Then I go back to the fucking living room. And then it was my friend's older brother, I believe, who looked at me and he was like, are you okay? And I looked at him and I was like, yeah. And right after, and I'm not even joking, like right after I answered that question, my friend's brother's head like turned 180. It fucking freaked me the fuck out. I was so scared. And then right after that, I don't remember anything. I fucking blacked out. I did not remember anything. I don't know if I like fainted from shock or whatever. I do not remember anything after that. Apparently like an hour or so later, I just remember being in the bathroom and then, you know, that whole like, you know, you're not gonna die, Anna, don't worry. And I was like, fuck me. Yeah, it was terrible. I was like, yeah, Pomu leaf sucks. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Like, you know what? There's a big stigma on it, so I'm not gonna go into it because, like, you know, if you don't want to, that's fine. Like, it's really, really controversial. So, I don't want to get into that. But anyways, I'm just telling you guys that I didn't do anything bad, okay? I follow all the rules every day. The only thing I ever break that's against the law is jaywalking.